Hi, so I wanted to make another video of the countdown ornaments. This one is the mistletoe and holly countdown ornament, and I just wanted to go through and take everything apart and show you what comes with the file. So there's the back piece. This part is supposed to be set to score. So this is score. Do not cut this. This is supposed to be set to score. You also have this section here. This is the section that goes in the middle. This is supposed to be set to engrave. And then this part here, set to engrave, and then these get cut. There is this part here, the little square is set to score. So make sure you set that to score. And then there's one other piece, and it's the little square. So that's the mechanism part. And then we have our florals that go on top, which we'll get to in just a second. So I just want to go through, and this is the back piece, and I did use my standoffs for this that I had another video showing, and you can see how nice and clean it is on the back. So everything is nice and clean because I used the standoffs. And this is pre-finished plywood. This is from GS2 Awards, and you can see how nice and clean that cuts. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab some glue, and I'm gonna show you how to put this together. So you can see that these two pieces match. So that's why this piece is here. This is to show you that you glue this piece right on top. So you take this circle, you glue it right on top. So it shows you exactly where to glue it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab some glue, and I'm using Loctite super glue, and I'm going ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and match that right up. Okay, so I'm trying to make that as straight as possible. There we are, so you can see that. So there's the piece there that goes right in the middle, and when that's set, this might take an extra couple seconds. I put a little bit too much glue on. Notice when I put too much glue on, it takes a little extra time. Okay, so there's our piece. So there's that center piece. Okay, and then you're gonna take this extra square. There's only one square. There is an extra square. There are extra squares that cut out from these. Toss them out, doesn't matter. Or just don't even cut this extra piece. It's the same exact size right here. So you don't have to cut the extra square, but you don't need these. So you're gonna get those extra squares, just chuck them, or don't cut this extra one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some glue on, just put a little dab, and I'm going to put on my little square right here. There it is. You can see how that goes. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it. There we go. And you just put it right on those score lines. That's what those score lines are for, so you see where to glue everything. All right, so I'm gonna zoom back out. So we have our back piece, and I feel like that's pretty glued on there now. So now you have this piece with all the little numbers, and you're just going to place it right on there. That's it, okay? So then you're going to put this other piece right on top, fits right on there, and you can see our little, what do you call it? It's like our little countdown. And if you hold it on here, you're gonna see now it spins. You see how it spins now? Because this piece in the middle is preventing it from moving. Okay, so now you're gonna get your countdown. All right, so there it is. And what you're gonna do so that this piece doesn't go, because this piece right now is not glued on, you see how that piece is just loose? So you're gonna take that piece, put it on top. You're gonna use these pieces now. These are not glued. You're gonna glue these pieces on top, and that's gonna hold it all together. So I'm just gonna go ahead, show you how to put these together. There's our little snowflake. There's our piece of holly. Take that off, and we got our little pieces here. Take those pieces off. I just went ahead and painted it with some green, dry brushed it. I painted the little berries. I used a very small red brush, and I just put a little bit of red paint on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue, and you can see it's nice and clean on the back, except for I got a little bit of paint. And I use those nice standoffs, so everything is nice and clean on the back. I'm just going ahead and I'm just lining up my holly right on top of that mistletoe. And that's with my Loctite glue, and you can see it's already on there. It's not going anywhere. It dries that fast. Okay, I'm doing the same thing again. Grabbing a little bit of glue, just a little dab on each of my little berries. And I just put my finger right in it. Wonderful. And you can see where the little berries are, and you're just gonna line them right up. Oops, dropped it. And I'm gonna line those right up. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. All right, and good enough. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. See how nice and clean the back of that is? All of my stuff is so clean on the back since I've been using those standoffs. Love those. There we are. I'm just gonna stick that on, and you can see where they line up. There we go. Press those down. Easy peasy. And those are already glued on. And then I'm gonna take my snowflake, put a little bit of glue on the back, just kind of put it on. And I'm gonna make sure this is nice and straight. Easy peasy. Very simple. Now you're gonna take this whole piece. You're coming back, oops, didn't grab the whole thing. Grab this whole thing, bring it over here. Now you're gonna make sure you glue this whole thing on top, and you're gonna cover that little square. See how it goes right on top? So, and I'm gonna make sure I put glue on the little square, and I'm gonna make sure I put glue all over the back of this. Get all those little berries. Get all the little pieces, all the little bits. There we go, get all those little berries. Definitely recommend you use either really high-end birch on this or MDF, because these pieces are very intricate. Low-end birch is gonna char and break really easily. So I'm just gonna make sure I get a lot of glue on here. All right, so now that everything is all covered up, I'm just gonna go ahead, set this down, and try to center it the best I can. All right, that's all there really is to it. And this is gonna hold the whole ornament together. Make sure this is all nice and centered too before I decide how I wanna get it on there. So once it's all the way I want it, I probably didn't put that, what do you call it? That snowflake on as perfect as I wanted it to, but it's good enough. There we go. And once you have it the way you want it, I'm pretty happy. And then that's it. So I'm gonna make sure that I hold it down because I really wanna make sure I get that piece in the middle. Okay. Oops. I gotta make sure that gets, because that glue is not, this glue does not like this wood very well. I gotta make sure I do that again. Get that glue. You can see that glue isn't sticking too well. Make sure I hold it down a little bit longer. And that glue is gonna hold this whole thing together. I might have to get like a clamp and just kind of hold it. There we go. And you can see those little, these little gears will turn. You can see that. There we go. So I'm just gonna kind of hold that all together until it's all glued. There we are. Put a little too much glue on this. When I put too much glue on, that tends to take a little longer to dry. So once that's all glued, it's good to go. I'm just gonna hold it a little bit longer. And I think I think it's pretty good. That's it. So, and then this will turn. That's it. There we are. It's all done. And now you can see it's turning. So that's all there is to putting this together. So easy peasy. And then you just put your little ribbon in there and that's it. It's all glued. So you just got to make sure that you put glue in that center piece, and then this part holds it together. So that's why you have the top piece. So you gotta make sure that you put something on top of it. So if you want to change this out, make sure that it kind of covers that little square at the top. So that's all there is. It's easy peasy. So I hope that is a better explanation than the last video I did last year. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye.